What's going on, guys? Tyler here at T-Rod Outdoors, and today we're going to talk about pre-spawn fishing and my top 5 baits to do so. Let's get into it. So, we all know the pre-spawn's coming up if it's not already in effect in your area, and there's different ways that people like to fish it. For me, not exclusively, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be fishing a pond. So my top 5 pre-spawn fishing baits are going to be based off of ponds, not lakes or anything else, just ponds that I fish and what works for me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see, we'll start off with good old jerkbait. So I love a jerkbait, especially water's still cold, bath are still lethargic, some of them are becoming more active. But I really like this Bass Pro Shop Skinny Cutter 110. It's in like almost a baby bass color. It's got a white belly, it's got some yellow up the side, green back. I also like the Guggen Squad Scout. That's the full-size Scout. That's in Ghost Gill. Really like that color. And I also have a mini Scout. Scout Junior is what they call it. And this one's in Perch. Definitely going to be using those 3. Are probably what I'm going to start throwing at the ponds when I get out there. Alright. Bait number 2. Let's see. We are going to go with a Bitsy Jig. So I got my box of Bitsy Jigs here. Probably going to start throwing this crawl color right here. This is like a brown. It's got some orange in it. It's got one of the Riot Baits Tantrums on it. I really like that paired with my Bitsy Bug jigs. I think it really gives a nice presentation. So that's going to be a 1/4 ounce Bitsy Bug. It's got some orange on the back, some brown. That's going to be my bait number 2. Flipping and pitching that near all the stumps and laydowns that are in all the ponds. Let's see. Bait number 3. Bait number 3. We're going to go with a soft plastic. Get up here. We are going to go with the Bandito Bugs. Tough to beat a Bandito Bug any time of year, but I really like fishing them pre-spawn and spawn. During the pre-spawn last year, I threw a lot of the Blue Baby color, blue on one side, green pumpkin on the other, as well as the Summer Crawl. Really like that color last year too. This year, they came out with the new green pumpkin purple. There's that. And that's probably what I'm going to start off throwing when I get out there at the pre-spawn bass. And then once it switches into spawn, really like that white Bandito Bug. But we're not there just yet. I will be doing a video about my top 5 baits for spawn fishing, but right now it's just the pre-spawn phase, so we're going to go through those baits. So Bandito Bug, bait number 3, and the baits that I'm pulling out, they're in no particular order of how I favor them. It's just what I'm seeing on the shelf as I'm reading the name tags, and then I'm just grabbing them and letting you guys know my opinions on them. Bait number 4. Bait number 4. I'm gonna have to go with a Lipless Crankbait. Gotta go Lipless. And pre-spawn, if you're talking any type of crankbait, it's gotta be red. It doesn't have to be. It should be red. That's my opinion. This is a Lunker Hunt Lipless Crankbait. I really like it. Get you a closer look there. It's got some nice light rattles. Not going to be too aggressive towards those fish. Let's see. What other one? If the water is really, really cold, I might break out a blade bait. It's a blade bait. I got this in one of my mystery tackle boxes, and I love it. As you can see, I'm missing one of the eyes on that side. That side still has the eye on it. But I gotta get a couple more of those. I really like the blade baits. I don't fish the lipless crankbait a whole lot in the ponds that I fish just because there's a lot of grass, but I'm definitely going to break that out in those ponds and test those out. Alright, wow, so that's already 4 baits so far for the pre-spawn. Let's get into one more. Actually, let's save the last one. We'll get a bonus one in really quick. Because last year I didn't do it, and I keep telling myself that I'm going to devote myself to a hard body swim bait this year in the pre-spawn as well as the spawn. And that's really what I picked this up for last year. This is a nice bluegill. It's probably about 3 inches by 1.5 inches, so it's not too aggressive of a presentation, but I just love the coloring and paint job that is on that. So I'm definitely going to devote myself to that this year during the pre-spawn and spawn, see if I can get a big girl to eat this. Alright, and then my final bait for pre-spawn fishing. Let's see. Can't go wrong with a swim jig. Square bill. Like I said, my ponds that I fish are really grassy, so I'm going to stay away from anything with treble hooks. I already got the jerkbait and the lipless that'll get hung up enough in those ponds. So I'm going to go with my favorite bait, chatterbait. So here I got my chatterbait box. It's in that Plano Elite Series box. And I will probably start out with... I'll probably start out with this new Guggen Squad clickbait just because I'm so excited to throw it. This is in bluegill color. See a close up there. And then I have a Gary Yamamoto Seiko on the back. Probably start out with that. But if I wouldn't start out with that bluegill colored one, I would probably have to go with probably Perch from Z-Man, the original chatterbait. I think it used to be called Perch. Now I think they call it just regular bluegill. But this is the Elite. And it's also got a Gary Yamamoto Seiko on the back. So yeah, that's going to be it. That's going to be my top 5 +1 baits for pre-spawn fishing in the ponds that I fish. So probably looking to get out there this Thursday. I think this video is going to be released on a Monday night or Tuesday night. Looking to get out there Thursday, and hopefully I'll have a fishing video out by Friday for you guys. But thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys next time on T-Rod Outdoors.